Time for the technique. Hey, time for the technique. Time for the technique. We are about to start practicing our technique. Now, before I even jump into how to lay the strips on your body, I want us to practice laying the strips in general. Don't just play this video and think you're gonna just learn that way. I really want you to be hands-on and make sure that you're practicing and practicing and practicing, because that's the only way that you're gonna get better. The first thing I want you guys to start doing when it comes to your technique, take your stick, whichever hand is your dominant hand, and you're gonna start twirling. So literally just start twisting your sticks, twisting your sticks. And by doing this, this is going to help you control the wax when you're taking it out of the pot, and to prevent your wax from just like falling and slipping and moving all over the place. So now let's start talking about the temperature of the wax. So I have 3 different waxes that I started to melt down. So the point of this part is to talk about the different temperatures and to talk about the consistency that you need in order for your wax to adhere to the hair a lot better. Look at how fast this is falling off of the stick. This basically just tells me that the wax is way too hot. Your wax should not be falling off the stick this easily. So what you would do in this case is just turn your wax down. And like I said, it's so important to use a wax warmer so you can control the temperature and adjust it as needed. So I do not recommend you put in something this hot on your skin, because this will burn, it could remove your skin, and it'll just be irritating overall. So this one right now, see, it's also too hot. Move down the temperature, turn it down a little bit so the wax can cool down. Now this one is too cold. As you can see, I'm trying to scoop it up and it's not scooping. So wax that's too cold would not stick to your skin. Let's check on the wax. This is more like the molasses, the maple syrup that we're looking for. This is a great consistency. As you can see, you can begin to control the wax when you're picking it up. It doesn't fall off the stick as fast. It literally just drizzles. But you're just gonna scoop the wax, and the first thing you're going to do once you scoop is start twisting. So you want to start twisting. Literally, this is how you prevent your wax from falling off of your stick and creating a mess. If you can control your wax with this stick, then you're golden. The only time you would need to have wax that's more liquidy is if you're using soft wax and you're applying like muslin or paper to remove that. But these are all hard waxes, so usually with hard wax, the thicker, the better. Different brands call for different consistencies, but overall, usually for the most part, the thicker the consistency, the better it is applied. Now let's talk about applying it. The biggest mistake that I see a lot of people do when they get the wax, the first thing they automatically do is start pressing the wax on this body like this. Keep your stick at a 45-degree angle. So you angle it like this. So we're not going to smear it on like it's peanut butter. Make sure that the stick is sticking upright. 45 degrees, and then you're going to press it down. So whichever hand you work with, it just needs to be sticking up straight. So after you have it up 45-degree angle, the next thing would be the pressure. The pressure is what makes the wax stick to the hair. So the harder you press, the more hair is going to stick onto. So if you have it at a 45-degree angle, you're literally going to hold the next part of your skin. This is where you're holding your skin tight. I'm really trying to give you guys a demo. You're literally gonna hold one part of the area tight. You're gonna have wax on the stick at a 45-degree angle, and you're going to press. Drag it really hard. This does not hurt the person that you're waxing. It does not hurt yourself the harder you press. You're not really going to break your stick. So I really just recommend you hold at a 45-degree angle and use pressure. There's 2 different ways that you can apply the wax. 2 different ways. Dip into the wax and twist, twist, twist. Now this is the S.U.B.S.C.R.I.B.E blue wax that I have on the Amazon list. So I'm going to go the first way. Hold the skin tight, 45-degree angle, push down, pressure really hard, push, and then we're going to create our lip. Flip the stick to make it a cleaner strip. And then we're gonna do it one more time. The second way, scoop the wax out, twist, keep twisting. Remember, the wax cannot fall if you're controlling it and you're twisting it. So we can go ahead and expel all the wax off of the stick by pushing it up and then using the pressure at the 45-degree angle to push it down, flip it, and then create your lip. Like I said, practice, practice, practice. I'm gonna have my husband demo this just to show someone who's never really worked with the wax before and see if he can do it the same way. Okay, so you're gonna keep the stick up on the 45-degree angle. Never press it down. Okay, so let's talk about the reason why this didn't work. The wax is too cold. So the wax needs to be warmer in order for it to be able to spread properly. So that's why it's important to pull the wax from around the rim and not the middle. Usually the middle is where it's harder. So if you get the wax from around the edge of the pot, it would be a little cooler, not hot, but it would be a little cooler and easier to spread. So let me see, honestly, if I can do it with my right hand, because I think most people are right-handed. So I'm just going to 45, always keep it straight up. I'm gonna push down. You see my stick is never getting flat. I'm using this to push it down. And then I'm gonna flip. And this is taking me a lot slower because I am not right-handed. But yeah, you wanna make sure that the edges are thicker and you have a lip at the bottom to be able to remove. You have to hold the skin tight because if you try to apply without holding, you're going to irritate the skin because it's going to move, okay? So you need to make sure that you're holding the body part or the area tight. This is my husband doing this demo, okay, guys? Perfect. You see, you still have wax on the stick. If we're doing this at home, we want to make sure that we're using as much as our product as possible. So try to get off as much wax as you take. So if you don't get off all the wax, that means you're just taking too much wax out. Okay, so just try to use all of the wax. So we have the concept of laying the strips and being able to apply pressure and keep it at a 45-degree angle. If you cannot remember anything else, remember to control your wax with the stick. Keep it sticking up. You want to keep it at a 45-degree angle. This actually looks like 90, but we're going to go like a 45-degree angle and apply pressure. The harder you press, the more it's going to be able to stick on the hair. So I'm going to focus a little bit on creating the lip. So I'm just going to get a little bit more wax and show you how the lip needs to be created. So I'm going to 45-degree angle, push it down, okay? Right in the middle. I'm going to go over to the other side one more time. And the lip should be like the thickest part at the bottom. So we're going to turn it around and have your lip. Now the reason for the lip, you're going to need something to be able to use for leverage to rip it off. If there is no lip, you're going to be stuck picking and then the wax is going to be stuck on your skin and then you can't get it off. So it's really important to have a lip so that you can have something to be able to lift up and be able to rip off. If you don't feel confident enough, feel free to pause, repeat, play this video back over. Don't feel like you need to rush. So make sure that you're taking the necessary precautions and taking your time. If you don't feel confident, like I said, just go ahead and practice on a piece of paper before you decide to start laying something on your skin.